Hey there, loyal subjects! Today I have for you my October wrap-up. A little late, but hey, better late than never. So first up this month, I read Gathering Blue by Lois Lowry. It's the second book in the Giver Quartet. I'm not going to really say a whole lot about it because I did a review of that book actually, so you can go click that down below. Just know that I thought it was good. Wasn't as good as The Giver, but then again, that was my favourite book in the series, so that's not saying a whole lot. But yes, good book. After that, I kind of went on a bit of a dystopian kick after reading the first two Giver books. So I decided to pick up Four by Veronica Roth. The short stories, all told from Four's point of view during and before the events of Divergent. Surprisingly, I thought this book was pretty good. I thought Four's voice was a lot more developed in this book than it was in Allegiant, and he felt more like his own character as opposed to someone whose voice we couldn't discern from Triss's, which was one of the problems that a lot of people said they had with Allegiant. It was interesting to see what was going through his mind as opposed to what we all knew was going through Triss's. So I liked this one. After that, I picked up Messenger, the third book in the Giver Quartet. I'm not going to say much about it because I have a review of that, which you can click down below. Yeah, I liked this one better than Gathering Blue, but not as much as The Giver. After I finished that, I finished Percy Jackson's Greek Gods by Rick Riordan. This is just the most beautiful book I think I own. It's up there with my How to Train Your Dragon art books. I mean, just look at this thing. It's massive. And the art, the cover is so pretty, and the pictures in the book are so pretty as well. If you don't know, which I'm sure you all do, this book is the original Greek myths about the 12 Olympian gods, told from Percy's point of view. Percy is the narrator. So obviously it's got all of the fucked upness of the original Greek myths, but all of the hilarity of Percy Jackson. So I just really enjoyed this, and it goes great with my Percy Jackson collection. So yeah. I seem to be on a bit of a Riordan kick after that because I finished rereading The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan, first book in the Heroes of Olympus series. I've been reading the Percy Jackson books to my brothers and sisters, and we finished the Percy Jackson The Olympia series, so now we've moved on to this. I was hoping we would get through the entirety of the Heroes of Olympus series before The Blood of Olympus came out, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. But that's alright, it just means I get to read The Blood of Olympus twice. And I'm sure that's not going to be a negative thing. Unless it is. After that, I read Sun, the fourth and final book in the Giver Quartet. This is the part where I would say I have a review, click on it, but unfortunately I don't. I filmed a review, but when I imported the file onto my computer, it got all corrupted and glitchy, and it was really frustrating. So unfortunately, I don't have a review for you all. But I will tell you my general thoughts of the book without spoiling you. Basically, it was different than what I thought it would be. Not necessarily disappointing, just different. I think The Giver is still my favourite. It's always going to be my favourite. But I think this one, Sun, comes in second. So that's that. After that, I read The Iron Trial by Cassandra Clare and Holly Black, the first book in their brand new Magisterium series. I would hold it up, but my sister is reading it at the moment. I actually did a review for this book, so you can find that down there as well. I loved it. It was great. If you don't know, The Iron Trial is the first book in Magisterium, as I've said, and it follows a 12-year-old boy named Callum Hunt who has been told his whole life to stay away from magic, and specifically Magisterium, the school for mages. So he tries to fail the test to get into the school, The Iron Trial, does that spectacularly, but ends up going anyway. And basically it's just this twisty-turny, awesome story with cool characters and an interesting plot, and it's just really good. After that, I was a bit at a loss of what to read, so I picked up the 5th volume of Attack on Titan by Hajime Isayama. If you have not read the manga or watched the anime, you need to get on that. Seriously, I think that this series, whether you consume it as pictures or as a TV show, is just so great. The concept alone is amazing. It's what's left of humanity has walled themselves up inside these cities to keep themselves safe from these giant man-eating creatures called Titans. And it's just about these 3 kids, Eren, Armin, and Mikasa, joining the army and just going out there and fighting Titans. It has just got the best characters, the best plot twists, just the best everything. You need to read it. If you don't, you're missing out. I mean, sure, you'll keep your soul intact, but who needs a soul? What's a soul ever done for you? Ask yourself that next time. After I read that and enjoyed it thoroughly, I picked up Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling. I have a confession to make here. This was not a reread. Cue gasps. That's right. I have never read the Harry Potter series. This has been a problem that has plagued me for many years, as I pride myself on being a reader, and everybody knows that I am a reader. But when they find out I haven't read Harry Potter, it's like I'm not a real reader. Let me explain myself, okay? The reason why I haven't read these is because I was quite small when they first came out. I was born in 96. I'm only 18. By the time I was like 5 years old, the first movie had come out. And so I saw the movie, and it was really good. I've seen all the movies, just so you know. But the thing is, after I saw the movie, I thought to myself, well, I already know what happens. There's no point in reading the book now. Idiot, stupid child Elizabeth mentality. So I never did, and it just seems like too late after that to try and hop on board. I mean, there's being late to the party, and then there's me. But I really liked it. It was awesome. It was Harry Potter. I can see what all the fuzz is about. After that, for preparation of the movie, I read The Maze Runner by James Dashner. I hadn't read the series before, but that movie looked so awesome. So I decided, gotta read this before I see the film. And I did read it, and I thought it was a lot better than people had made it out to be. I got really excited towards the end when everything was unraveling. I mean, I can see why some people have some problems with it, like the storytelling could use some improvement and things like that. But I thought it was a good book. I mean, solid like 3.5, 4 stars, I would say. Very good. And I saw the movie, and that was just even more awesome in my opinion. Oh, so fast-paced. Me and my friend, we were just, once we exited it, we're like, heart's still pumping. Man, you're on the edge of your seat the whole time during that thing. It is really exciting, and I can't wait for the next one. I'm actually pretty excited to get into the rest of these books as well to see what happens. So, yes, The Maze Runner. Then, to round the month off, I read Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets by J.K. Rowling. Obviously, this is book 2 in the Harry Potter series. I am making my way through the series. I would go on just a Harry Potter marathon if it weren't for all these book-to-movie adaptations coming out right now. Seriously, there has been so many book-to-movie adaptations this year. Let's count them, shall we? You had Vampire Academy, Divergent, The Fault in Our Stars. Does How to Train Your Dragon 2 count? I think it does. If I Stay, The Giver, The Maze Runner, you've got Gone Girl now, and you've got Horns coming up, and then Mockingjay is coming up, and pretty sure I'm forgetting one, but that's 10 films right there. Like, holy shit. book to movie adaptations are the shit right now. But anyway, that is all I have for you today. These are the books I have read this last month, September. These are the books that I have read last month, and I will see you again next time. Goodbye. Yeah, that didn't work.